the all-new Tesla Model 3 Performance. This thing is so beautiful. And it's crazy you can get one of these things with the EV tax credit right now for $46,000. For the Model 3 long range, rear wheel drive, it's $34,000 with the referral link. I mean, these are just hands down the best cars you can get. They're fast, they're fun, they're modern, they have great technology, and they can drive themselves better than any other car on the road. It's crazy all the hate you see for Tesla, for the company, even people attacking me personally just because they're short the company or they're afraid of the disruption it brings. It's just nuts. There's nothing wrong with loving a great product, and this is a great product. Let's go inside. So here we are in the car, and right away you can see this beautiful, simple Tesla interior. I mean, it's such a breath of fresh air when you look at legacy auto cars that are so cluttered with all these buttons and they have these weird symbols on them. You don't even know what they do. This is just simple. It can be updated over time. It's clean. It just makes you feel more relaxed. You can just take in the road without worrying about all this clutter of the interior. And you've also got a lot of space. It's really nice. You can stretch out. So you'll notice with this design, they've taken a lot of things that we've taken for granted in cars for the last 100 years, and they've eliminated them. The unnecessary things. Things like keys. Hey, where's my key? I forgot my key. Where'd I leave my key? These are the problems I used to have when I had a gas car. With the Tesla, the phone is the key. So you just walk up to it, it unlocks. You walk away, it locks. And in case your phone dies, you got a backup key card you can keep in your wallet. So nothing extra to carry. You just take your phone and your wallet around. It's that simple. And you know, most cars, even a lot of new EVs, they have a start-stop button. You got to push start to turn it on, then push stop to turn it off. It's a little bit pointless. With a Tesla, you just get in, you drive, and you get out and it turns off. There's no extra step to turn it on or off. When you get to your destination and take your seatbelt off, it automatically puts the car into park. So many things that are just so simple. No buttons all over the place. Everything's controlled with the screen. It can be updated over time. You can use voice commands. Even things like the air conditioning. You can adjust which way the air is blowing, all via the touchscreen. Which means if you have multiple people sharing the car, those settings can actually be transferred. When your wife, for example, drives the car, the vents will move to her settings automatically and will go back to yours when you drive the car. Just so many little things that just waste a few seconds of our day every day. They're just gone with the Tesla. And I mean, this thing is so fun to drive, but you also don't have to drive it if you don't want to. You have to supervise, but it can do most of the driving for you, often without any intervention. Let me show you. So you just tell it where you want it to go, and it'll take you there. So I can say, for example, take me to Nordstrom at the Del Amo Mall. And you can see it's pulling up the map here, showing me several route choices for how I want to get there. So I can pick this route, since it has more turns. Might make for a more interesting demonstration. And then to get started, I just push this button. And the car starts driving me to where I asked it to go. So we're here in a busy parking lot. There's cars pulling in, cars pulling out, cars trying to get around the parking lot. And the car now has to figure out how to get out of here. I mean, it's like a maze, honestly. All right, we got a stop sign here in the parking lot. It reads it. You can actually see the stop sign here on the screen. And the car is now correctly realizing that it needs to turn right to get out of here. All right, great. Got a green light, but it turned yellow. All right, we got the light green, but people are still crossing illegally. The car waited for them and then continued. So you can see it's very obedient to the laws, stopping for the yellow light, whereas a human probably would have run the yellow light. But the good thing is you're always in control. You can always push the accelerator pedal if you want to override its decision. Although I don't recommend that. I recommend just stopping. So you can see we're on the road now. It's a totally smooth, comfortable ride. Honestly, it's like having a professional chauffeur in your car. You do need to supervise, you need to watch it. It can make mistakes, sometimes even serious mistakes. But they keep sending updates that just make it better and better. And you can see now it's super smooth, and it's able to do most drives now without a single human intervention. We got the green light again. So, I love this car, I love this product. You can say, oh, well, it's not real self-driving. You have to watch it, and you might have to correct it if it makes a mistake. But, I mean, it's driving the car. It drives the car from parking spot to parking spot without you doing a thing. So you can say, oh, they should have done it faster. Elon Musk thought that they'd be able to do it earlier. It still isn't good enough. But the fact is, what is your alternative? What other car can you buy that has self-driving technology like this? There is nothing else on the market. Waymo works in certain areas, but they don't make a car that you can buy and use in your day-to-day driving. And they don't have a solution that can completely replace car ownership because of the limitations of the service, like where it can drive, the fact that it won't go on highways yet, and things like that. So call them whatever names you want, attack them, but look at the rest of the industry. They also said, oh, we're going to launch an autonomous service by 2021. Ford said that, for example, and they haven't launched anything. Meanwhile, Tesla's got the best service in the world that has more users and more miles than any other self-driving system in the world. And this is kind of a not so well kept secret. People don't talk about this very much. There are just really some crazy Tesla haters out there. Either because they're short sellers betting against the company's stock, or it's just personal for them. Maybe they don't like Elon Musk, maybe they don't like his politics. But there's a lot of people that just hate Tesla, and they'll just make up a lot of stuff. They'll attack people. I mean, that's really why I got into covering this company and telling people about the products, because they started attacking me. I was posting anonymously. They found out who I was, posted my name, my address, my workplace online so that people would harass me. They threatened me. They threatened my family. They filed lawsuit after lawsuit for years, frivolous lawsuits that were dismissed again and again and again, making all sorts of false claims like I'm not really a Tesla customer. I'm secretly an agent of Elon Musk working for him, which of course was not true. And they'll just go after you. I mean, these people are nuts, and they have nothing better to do. But this isn't a fraud. This isn't a lie. This is a real product anyone can go and buy and start using themselves. And it's going to change your life. Just having something. I mean, there have been people today who would be dead if not for this technology. People who were drunk and fell asleep on the highway. And instead of crashing and killing themselves and maybe even an innocent family, they're alive today and just got a DUI because they had the autopilot on and it was able to continue the car safely. I mean, this was years ago. The system has gotten far more advanced and far safer since then. But there are all these people who just want to attack the company, want it to fail, want to attack me personally. They call me a liar. But hours and hours of raw video footage doesn't lie. This is an incredible product. And not only the self-driving, but driving it yourself is so much fun. I mean, it's like therapy. In all these moments where people were attacking me personally, trying to hurt me, when you get behind the car and just floor it, have some good music on, none of that matters. Everything just feels okay. You can't think of anything else when you're dealing with that kind of acceleration. All you can focus on is just what's happening in front of you. And there's something very special about that. I love cars, and this is the most fun car you can drive. And it's crazy affordable with the EV tax credit for both new and used cars. $7,500 for new, $4,000 for used. And they'll take that off point of sale now. So you can get one of these babies with 360 miles of range for $34,000 with my code. If you use my referral link, they'll give you $1,000 off any Tesla. And this is the performance version. You can get for, I think, $46,000, which is nuts. So under $50,000 for a car that goes 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds and can do most of the driving for you. It's just crazy. So we're getting closer to our destination now. We're less than a mile away. And I haven't even been paying attention to what the car is doing. It does it so smoothly. You don't have to do much. You have to watch and make sure it doesn't hit anything. But other than that, you don't really have to worry about how it's getting to the destination, what it's doing. It just handles it all. So it wants to make a left turn onto Fashion Way. That's in a quarter of a mile. And notice how it's paying attention to where the other cars are. It's able to stop and leave an appropriate gap. It can do that with just cameras, which is pretty crazy if you know anything about how computers work and what processing visual information really entails and how difficult it is. I mean, they've just gotten this to work unbelievably well. And any used Tesla or a new Tesla you can get for $25,000 can run it. This technology is available to anyone in the country and in Canada too. I think this is our left turn over here. The car is getting into the left turn lane. And now we wait our turn. Okay, we got the green arrow. We're coming up on our destination now. We have 2 left turn lanes here. So the car did a good job of making the turn in a way where it didn't get very close to the other car that was also making a left turn. The entrance to the Nordstrom parking lot is at 0.2 miles, so the car's going to have to get over. And it's indicating now, getting over. Very nice. One more stop sign here. And there we go. Here's Nordstrom. Stopping at the stop sign, and now it's pulling into the mall parking lot. There's cars coming. There's pedestrians here. Cars crossing. Still doesn't mean I have to lift a finger. The car can navigate it all on its own. Alright, now we're looking for a parking spot. Might be tough to find one here. So I may have to just end the video here. But actually, let me show you one more thing, which is just how fun this car is to drive manually. So the auto driving's great, but you might say, well, I like driving. Listen, if you like driving, there's no car like this. So you can set the ride and handling on this performance model to standard or sport, the acceleration to chill, standard, or insane. And this thing is just great to drive. So if you love to drive, you're not going to find a car that's this fun to drive, even for a much higher price, let alone this price. I mean, this thing is just unbelievable. And that's why you see so many of them around, like this one. So even if you have a situation where you like driving manually a lot, sometimes you're going to be in traffic, and it's really nice to have the auto drive. But then when you need to drive yourself, I mean, you feel like Superman driving this thing. It's just unbelievable. The power you have, the ability to just think something and instantly see the car react. It is very, very satisfying. And of course, the acceleration is like better than a roller coaster. It's like having a roller coaster you can put in your garage. That feeling of just the light turns green and you leave everyone in the dust, it's like nothing else. So order your first Tesla now, your first robot car, the best driving you've ever had in your life, the best self-driving in any car, and start using it today. You can use my coupon and get $1,000 off any new Tesla. The reason why I think so many people attack Tesla and even attack me is because they're afraid of what's happening here. They know that this technology is extremely disruptive. They know it's going to change the world. And that makes them very nervous. If you're betting against the stock, if you're working for a competitor, that makes you very nervous. So they have to believe in these conspiracies. Oh, you're not a real person. You're just working for Elon Musk. You're lying. Look, if you don't want to believe me, don't believe me. Taking it to the level where you're harassing people, attacking them in real life, doxing them, it's just ridiculous. Especially when you realize that I'm telling the truth. This is real. This is something that anybody can go buy. When these people started attacking me, short sellers, people like Aaron Greenspan, Fred Lambert, they told us the company was going to go bankrupt. I said they were wrong. Well, guess what? The company didn't go bankrupt. It ended up becoming one of the most valuable companies in the world. And frankly, the Model 3, the Model Y, yes, they changed the entire auto industry. But they're nothing compared to the disruption that FSD brings to the market. I mean, it's a self-driving software that anyone can buy and use. So go ahead. What are you waiting for? Place your order today. You don't have to go to a dealership. You can order in 5 minutes online. You just place the order right there. Everybody gets the same price. Everybody gets a great deal. You can get $1,000 off with my link. So I guess, everybody gets the same price. But if you use the link, you get $1,000 off. And, so many people message me and say, wow, thank you. My life is so much better now that I have a Tesla. Now that I have one of the most fun cars to drive, and a car that can drive for me when I don't feel like driving. So go test drive one at least, or place your order, and I think you'll find you agree with me. This is one of the best cars out there. Thanks for watching, everybody.